Hello, I'm Price, and welcome to the video. This is going to be a little bit different. This is a commentary. I've not done a commentary in a while, but this is my thoughts on the latest teaser for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies, the final DLC, Revelations, and this is just my thoughts on it. The teaser trail is so cool. Like, it was, I don't know, like, you guys can see it on screen. I'm not going to play it. Like, if you guys want to see the full thing, it'll be linked. A link to it in the description below, because I don't want to deal with copyrights or anything like that. But the map has like so many stuff from unknown maps. Like it has like origins. On screen, you guys can see like it's flashing through all these like Black Ops 1 and World at War maps, and they did that in the original or the teaser for the Origins. And this right here, this is from Origins. And this is like the original map. I forget its name. I have not played this map in a long time, but this was the very first map I have played on. And I thought this was really cool because I thought about like what if they did something like this like a long time ago, but I just thought they would never do anything like this. And this is from Mama Dead, but this map is like, it has all these pieces of unknown maps. I don't know how much of them, because if they put like all the maps, like I'm pretty sure it's like so my thoughts is that Richthofen did something, trying to do something, good, but it somehow messed everything up, possibly. I'm not 100% sure, but this is my theory, that because he seemed like he was kind of going crazy, and the Nikolai was getting mad at him because he said they were a madman or something like that, I don't know, whatever. So I think that Richthofen did something, and he didn't mean to do it, but I think it like took chunks from all the other maps, like it all became like mushed together, not mushed together, but like it kind of like the because it was feeling like it was like one universe, but it got broke like a meal, so there was like multiple pieces, but I think it like just took it and like put it all into one, but messed up, like kind of like that's just feeling, but it looks so cool. Like I really like it reminds me, because all of it has like the origin like look to it, and Origin is like one of my favorite maps. Mama Dead is my favorite map, and I just really like that they have Mama the Dead, like a little chunk of it, and same with Origins. I have no idea how big the map is, but it looks really cool. So there's like so much in it. I don't know what is the dragon thing going by Nikolai. It looks like it might be a dragon, but it looked like it was flying like really low to the ground, so it looked more like a snake. I did notice that like they have not used their blood vials, so they still have the blood vials on them. So I don't think it was whatever they didn't wasn't because they had the blood vials, but I don't know, but there's like so many pieces of like different maps. Like I'm not sure how many are in here, but there's quite a few. But it like looks so like messed up. Like the whole thing is like all got like something, like definitely something really bad happened. Unfortunately, I won't be playing the map like when it comes out, because it'll be coming out for PlayStation 4 and I play on Xbox. But I am so curious to see what happens. Like I've been following the storyline. I have not been making videos like playing the game, just because doing like solo zombies is kind of actually boring, especially with videos, because I just kind of sit there and just play and not say anything, and I don't want to make like videos, just me just playing a map for like 2 hours by myself, because I kind of get bored doing it, and it probably be kind of boring video. But I am so like interested in the storyline, because I've been following the storyline for a long time, and like I remember playing the original map, and just like seeing that little staircase was like, wow, like it was like so like cool. Like I was not expecting them to actually do anything like this for this map. My actually thoughts of what it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna take place at like the house, and then somehow they would do something like that. But this looks like something really bad happened, and there's like all these different pieces of like different maps. I'm hoping there's quite a bit of all the maps. Like I don't know how much of all the maps, but like Origins, Mob of the Dead, those were pretty big maps. so I don't know how much of all that's gonna be but it's really interesting. I really like all the origins. Like I really like the color of the map. I call it the blue. I don't know why. I just really like the color blue for some reason. And the zombies but there was another thing like Dr. Monty, because they had like Dr. Monty teaser trail thing, and people were saying that he looks like his gloves or fingerless gloves. So it kind of looks like people thinking that he is Weasel from Mob of the Dead, and I kind of agree with that. I like that theory. I don't know who originally came up with it, but I've been following like a bunch of I don't know YouTubers who like come up with theories and stuff like that, and I think it's really interesting. Um, I think the theory was that he is Weasel, but his scarf, his red scarf, it was in Origins. It was just like tied there, like, and everyone was trying to figure out what it was. I didn't pay attention to it. I saw it there, but I was like I didn't know what it would mean, but apparently that's Monty's scarf. But people are thinking that since it was red, and then when he in the teaser he said that he wants them, or to make the right decisions for everybody, and it played like the Mob of Dead round change, and so that the fingerless gloves, and there was something else is in Mob of the Dead, the blunderbuss, it had not a dragon, a lion's head with red eyes, and then all the gumball machines that are made by Dr. Monty, they all have a dragon head with red, not dragon, I keep saying dragon, a lion's head with red eyes. And a lot of people are saying that all that kind of adds up, that makes a lot more sense that he might be Weasel. So I don't know if that is correct. Like, it's just a theory, but I really like that theory. So they showed Monty, and he's just like a guy, like this, he just seems like a normal guy. But I originally thought that Monty would not like show up in any trailers. I was picturing Monty would be like the top evil guy. I think Monty might be the bad guy, but I kind of feel like I don't think Whiptoffen is the main bad person. Like, everyone thinks that he's gonna like betray him, do something really bad, but I think that he was trying to do something good, but he kind of messed up, and that's why the map's all messed up. I think Monty wanted them to do something, but I don't know what, like, why he wanted them to do it. Maybe he wanted it to be fixed, because maybe he is Weasel, and if it got fixed, maybe none of like Mob of the Dead and all that stuff would not have happened, or something like that. I have no idea. But Maxis haven't shown, like, they have not shown Maxis like at all. Like, the only time you see Maxis or anything like that was in Origins, and he was just laying on the table because he got his brain cut out. And under that, he's just like been in drones, and then like communication through like radios. I think there was something, I forget who said it, but there was like somewhere where they said like the formless one would be like their downfall. And so far, Maxis has not been in any form besides radios and the drone, like actually interacting with him. So I almost have a feeling that Maxis might did something really bad. But another thing I'm really curious is why they have not had Samantha in it at all. Like, the only bit of Samantha that's been out through Black Ops 3 is like the drawings, and when she was in the intro cutscene for the Giant, when Maxis and Samantha got teleported by the older 1.0 Rifthofen. But that was pretty much it. Like, not like popped up or like said anything or did anything. Like, in Origin, she was like talking to all the characters, so all the characters know who she is, but she have not appeared like really at all since then. So I'm really curious to see what happens with that. But anyways, I probably been talking for quite a while. I think I can go on for a little bit more, but probably not too long. But my main thinking is that I think there's gonna be at least 2 different endings to this final DLC, and this video is basically just me like coming up with this and then seeing how well like my predictions are. I'm probably gonna be terribly wrong, but I think that there's gonna be 2 endings, or possibly free endings. I think if there was free ending, it would be like a bad ending, like an absolute terrible ending. Like I'm thinking like a buried type ending where everything gets destroyed, like it's all terrible. I'm thinking there's gonna be a good ending that people are gonna think is the main ending, but I think there's gonna be a hidden ending, which is the main ending, similar to like how everyone thought Buried was like the ending, but then we had this next, Origins, and it's kind of like it was like a beginning and like an end, but everyone thought it was like the end, but it wasn't. So I'm thinking there's gonna be like a secret ending, but this is just a theory. I think Richthofen is not the main evil bad guy like everyone thinks he is. I think this version, like if it was the older version, I think that was the evil Richthofen. But this one, he's like trying to do good, but he's kind of losing his mind. You can tell like he is losing his mind, and that's why he messed up, and that's why this whole map is crazy. I think that's one of the things. Interesting thing that I did not see like any Monty stuff like in this main teaser. So I think maybe they went to do something with Monty, but then Rifthoff did something and it messed everything up. So I don't know if Monty's gonna be like a whole lot in this. Maybe like you teleport or do something. But I have a feeling that the main bad guys or the main evil duo is either Monty, but if it's Weasel, even though Weasel was like a sly, he was Weasel. But I still have a feeling like if it is Weasel, if Dr. Monty is Weasel, I don't think he is the main bad person because he was, in Marvel Dead, they're like doing whatever, but he is like bad, but not like evil. Like in Marvel Dead, he was like my favorite character in Marvel Dead, and Richthofen is my favorite character in the Origins group. So maybe I'm just like liking them too much to think that they were that evil. But I have a feeling that they are not the main evil bad guys. I feel like it's Maxis, but I feel like it's a different version of Maxis. Because there's the drone Maxis that seemed like a really good Maxis. There's the Maxis that got teleported to like a different place, which was the same Maxis that destroyed, like everyone thought that Richthofen and Buried was so evil that they all went with Maxis, but then Maxis killed everybody trying to get into Magatha to free Samantha. So I feel like that Maxis might return because he's always been like formless. And there's the third Maxis that's in the house, but I feel like he's a good Maxis. But then again, it could be not either of those three because it could be the Apocryphagons or whatever you call them. I'm pronouncing them wrong, but there's like the Keepers and the Apocryphagons, and not like they said the Shadow Man's in the summoning key, so maybe he's the main evil bad guy. Like it's not Monty, it's not Maxis or Richthofen. It might be the Shadow Man and all the Apocryphagons, and maybe when you do the Easter egg, maybe it puts the map back together, like everything back together, but you have to first do the main premise battle. Like there was a premise, like in Origins, there was like a scrap of a piece of paper. If I'm messing up on any of this because I'm not a zombie expert, I just been following the storyline, and I just want to make this video before it comes out because I want to come back to this video and see how correct I am or how absolutely terrible of a prediction this video was. But I have a feeling that like I don't think either of those three are the main bad guys. I really think that it's someone else. Like probably the Shadow Man is probably the main evil person. Like I was thinking Monty was evil the entire time until I actually saw him, and then people were like think that he might be Weasel, but then because there was like the Marvel Dead plane flying around, so maybe he's trying to set things right. Because in Marvel Dead you're trying to break the chain before they won't, the chain of like them like looping or whatever. Like every time you die, you go into like your ghost form, and it will just like repeat and all that stuff. And Richthofen seemed like he's been trying to do good the whole time, but I think he might have messed up on this last thing. What the blood vials are for, I'm not 100% sure. I know in the gameplay, like when they're walking around, they still had them on them. Always like in the like the trailer, you can still see them. So it wasn't the blood vials that messed everything up. It might have been the summoning key. It might have summoned. Maybe he tried to summon, like Richthofen tried to summon something. I might be. I'm messing up. But he tried to summon something with summoning key, and maybe he summoned all these different pieces of the maps, or like from all of them. Unless it was a Shadow, and Shadow Man did something. I don't know. But the blue ball at the end, that thing was like, what? It was like weird looking. Like they all kind of looking at it. I have no idea if that's a teleport, if that's something. I don't know. But the whole thing is like it's really interesting, and I really want to. I'm waiting to see like what happens. Like I'm really I'm really impatient to see what happens. Like I really want to know. If you guys want to follow the story or like get up to date, you guys can probably find there's lots of YouTubers who have like much better videos than me about the storyline and filling you guys in on what happened. But all the guys I've been following, JD Galton, Mr. Waffle. There's some other ones, but those are the two I've mainly been following. But like I follow quite a few of them, but I'm not gonna name all of them. But you guys can look it up, and I want to know what you guys think of it. If you're not like into the zombie thing or anything like that, that's okay. But let me know what you think is gonna happen and who is the main evil person. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the Shadow Man. So, anyways, I've been going on for quite a while, but thank you guys so much for watching this. If you liked it, hit the like button. You want to see more, subscribe, check out more videos on the screen, and until the next video, bye.
About this was rational. It was instinctual, animalistic, survival.
Okay. Alright, well, I know what I gotta do. Go one a little, rescue a buddy, and wait on Hendrix the whole time.
He had been escorted to an interrogation.
Come on, Hendrix.
We had to hurry.